Hi, my name is Stephen Goode. I'm a pastor, and I'm also an ex-cop with the city of Greensboro here in North Carolina. And I wanted to take a few moments to let you know about Marriage Triage. It's something that currently you can find in stores. You can find it online. Go to Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million. Also, Family Christian stores will be carrying it on their shelves. And we're looking for great results and great things to come out of Marriage Triage. You see, nobody writes a marriage book that's in their right mind. Let's face it. Okay, can I be honest with you for a minute? We don't. I mean, we write it because God leads us to write it. But I tell you what, it's tough. It's really tough. I thought about some of the nights that I stayed up and had to rehash and recall things in my own life. In the marriage of April and I've got one of the most wonderful godly wives in the world. But I'll tell you, it wasn't always that way. It wasn't always that good. It was rough. I mean, we were two bullheaded people trying to do something, and there was just so much tumult at times. Well, add that in with the fact that I was a police officer for 11 years, and I was in the middle of marital conflict on a regular basis, and you see how it laid the groundwork for me to do something like a book on marriage triage, of all things. It is a guide to healing for the hurting spouse, but more than that, it's also a book that just teaches you how to respond to your circumstances. You know, that's probably one of the biggest things, the hardest things we learn how to do as individuals, and that's know how to respond the correct way, the biblical way in our circumstances. I can tell you right now, I've seen how some people can respond in their circumstances in the middle of a crisis. I've seen spouses who couldn't make their mind up whose side they were on because either they were on my back or they were trying to hit their own spouse. I mean, it was rough. In fact, I talk about that in some of the stories in the book because I want the book to be something that will keep your attention and that will give you encouragement and hope from a biblical perspective. But also there's a lot of stories, a lot of experiences that God gave me. I just want to share with you. One I encourage you to read is one called Naked Man with a Shotgun. Yeah, I know that sounds real interesting, doesn't it? And I can tell you at the time it happened, it sure was. Or how about the one about a lady who I just happened to be going down the road one night who had a knife sticking out of her head. Yeah, she did. Her biggest goal that night, she had a very short-term goal. It was to get that knife out of her head. And I detail a lot about the results of what happened in that case there. All of these stories you'll find in Marriage Triage. You guys, if you're out there and one of those spouses who doesn't want to read a pamphlet, much less a book, this will keep your interest, and I think it will help you to be more of the spouse. And if you're right now, you may see some things in there in the book that make you go, oh my gosh, my wife is, she's a little bit contentious and I got a little bit to do with it. Yeah, you do. Also, for the wife who reads this, you will find a roadmap for how to get a hold, how to get a handle on your contentiousness, maybe some of that resentment you feel that, I'll tell you, from the book of Genesis, it's innate in you to feel.